Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my podcast, The Lowdown on the Steelers. I just want to come on here and say, this is my first ever podcast. I'm excited. I've been a Steelers fan my whole life. You can see some jerseys in the background, but uh, basically, this is a place for me to just come on here, talk some ball, and talk about what I'm thinking with the Steelers. It'll be exciting for sure. But welcome. So, Steelers coming off of a hot win against the Colts at home. It was a great win. I honestly, I didn't think that we were going to come out with the dub. After last week, I really wanted to start my podcast because I was just thinking about how bad that loss was against the Packers. Our defense, Darius Slay, all these players, you're like, you didn't really have a lot to believe in. And for us to get that big of a statement win at home really made me want to start this podcast. So, what I'm gonna do is try every week. I'm gonna try and go over the game review, some of my key players, and what this means. So, man, starting off with the game, a lot of turnovers. It was a perfect scenario for what you wanted for this defense. And props to Jalen Ramsey for talking to the team before. I don't know if you guys have seen that Aaron Rodgers clip of him talking how Jalen Ramsey gave a really good speech and that helped the defense a lot. But, props to the defense. They single-handedly won us the game, in my opinion. Like, I don't think the offense played as good as you would have thought coming into this game. But yeah, like let's go over everything. So we're just gonna go by position and just like give every player a grade. So, started at quarterback, Rodgers. I honestly don't think he played that bad of a game. Um, a lot of like he had some pretty good stats. He's 25 for 35 for like 209 yards, 213 yards. Um, One touchdown, the other two were on the ground, but he did a good job of protecting the football. He had a lot of crucial drops, starting out that drive. Jonnu Smith dropped that ball to start the game. I was like, man, I would have loved to have that one back. DK dropping that one in the red zone, and Darnell Washington dropping that one on fourth down after we recovered that muffed punt. So, in my opinion, it was a solid job by Rodgers. I wouldn't bag on him for any of that, but um, running back, not too much to say. Jalen Warren had like not a lot of rushing yards, but he did what we needed him to do. Got two touchdowns on the ground. Um, Kenny Gainwell, pretty solid game from him. We saw Caleb a little bit. A little questionable by that, but it's okay. O-line. I think this is one of the best games that the O-line has played in a long time. And, guys like Troy Fautanu stepping up. He had an amazing game yesterday. Zero pressures allowed, zero sacks allowed. I think this is his best game as a Steeler for sure. Broderick Jones also had a really good quiet day, and props to him. But also Mason McCormick, he's having a really good quiet season. Like, nobody's called his name. He hasn't really gave up that many sacks, and him, Zach Frazier coming out of the same draft class, they're doing pretty solid. And Sayo Mahler's good as well. I'm glad that he was able to play in this game. I know he was questionable going into it with a pec injury. Those are always a little iffy. But that really helped with that jumbo personnel. That way Spencer Anderson could be listed as an eligible tight end. Tight ends, we did all right. Muth caught some great balls. Muth just over and over again. He's coming up clutch. Everybody was bagging on him like 4 or 5 weeks through the season. He wasn't getting a lot of target share, and then boom, that Bengals game comes around, and he has another pretty solid game against the Colts. Darnell Washington, man, he's a stud. Um, we need to keep him on the field as much as we can. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard Roger say, but I mean, he was like, yeah, Darnell, like if we keep him on the field, good things are going to happen, and good things continue to happen. He helps out so much in the run game, and he got some big passes um in that game against the Colts. Uh, Not much to say for Jonnu Smith. He had a few catches, but that drop to start the first play of the game, man, it was a dagger in the heart. But I'm really liking what I see out of Darnell, and also Pat as well. So moving on to the defensive side of the ball, I mean, defense best game, best game of the season for sure. Because I mean, the defense against the Patriots was pretty solid, but they had a lot of a lot of just Ramondre Stevenson fumbling. I'm not sure it was a lot of forced fumbles. There was a really good one against Travion Henderson, but that's besides the point. Linebackers played a absolutely amazing game. Alex Highsmith was the highest graded PFF player coming out of the game. He had that forced fumble. TJ Watt had that forced fumble. And man, Peyton Wilson. I think this is his best game of his career besides the Bengals game last year when he got that pick six. But he got a pick. He batted the pick into Jack Sawyer. Good to see him on the field. He has the highest splash play EPA rating on PFF. So good for both of those guys. But man, Peyton Wilson played one of his best games of the season. Um, D line was also really solid. Derek Harmon making some plays. He recovered that forced fumble from Alex Highsmith. Cam Hayward, he played a really good game. I mean, you saw early him batting down passes, and if you guys saw that one clip of him screaming down the line with his eyes open, that's intimidating, and that's what you want to see out of one of your veteran captains for sure. Keanu Benton, great game for him as well. Good to see him get a sack. And corners, I don't know how I feel about our corners. I mean, Joey Porter, he had a good game. Good for him to get the pick, but I mean, you got to put boxing gloves on the kid in practice because he really needs to stop holding receivers and letting up those crucial DPIs. But Brandon Eccles, I think he played a pretty solid game. Good for him to step up um, with all of our injuries. And Darius Slay, uh, yeah, there's not a lot of good things to say about Darius Slay, and that's one of my strong opinions about our defense is Darius Slay for sure. I was really pissed off yesterday when we released Beanie Bishop. Um, I mean, it's your rookie year. You're an undrafted rookie free agent. You have like 9 PBUs and 4 interceptions. Like he played a great season, and I was a little confused on why we released him, but it might have been size, physicality. I mean, yeah, cornerback's kind of iffy. Gave up a lot of yards to Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce, but man, our safeties this week were something special. Kyle Duggar coming in from the trade from the Patriots. Um, I don't think it could have worked out more perfectly with Chuck Clark going down and Juan Thornhill going down. I don't know if those guys were sick. It was either one of the above. Um, but Kyle Duggar had a really, really, really good game. He's a great tackler. And if your name's not really getting called a lot and you don't see him, that's usually a good sign, and that's exactly what happened. So good for Kyle Duggar to step up, especially when our safety room is was pretty weak going into this game. And Jalen Ramsey on the other side, stepping up from usually his normal nickel position, moving up to the safety. I think that was probably Terrell Austin's best decision, because Jalen Ramsey as a safety is he's elite. And few days ago after that game, or yesterday after that game, I was like, if we don't keep Jalen Ramsey at safety, I will really question Terrell Austin's coaching. But Mike Tomlin just went on today for Tomlin Tuesday, and he said, yeah, Jalen Ramsey is going to stay at that safety position. He's playing really good football there. And I mean, I couldn't agree more. Um, It almost seems like when Jalen Ramsey's the safety, he's playing way more physical. Because I feel like when he's playing corner, he's playing catch up. But I mean, you saw Tyler Warren have a really quiet game, and that's on those safeties to guard him. So good job by Jalen Ramsey. He had that really good tackle against Tyler Warren, actually. Um, and he laid the boom on Michael Pittman, which I really like to see. I'm glad he hit him. I mean, that just shows that you play AFC North football, and that's the physicality you want to see out of Jalen Ramsey. Overall, 6 turnovers for the defense. I mean, special teams was one of them. Brandon Echols actually getting the muff punt off of Josh Downs. But yeah, so solid game for the defense. Offense, things to work on for sure, but um, it definitely gave me a lot of hope, especially heading into this weekend playing the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. They got a pretty good offense, but Joe Alt is actually ruled out for the season with the ankle injury. You had Rashawn Slater go out early, but they actually just traded for Trevor Penning from the Saints today at the trade deadline. But not to get too much into that game, I'll probably have a game preview coming in on these next few days. But I mean, just a really good game for sure. And to beat the 7-1 Colts when we were burying our defense before the game, let's roll that clip.
This is a funeral for the Steeler defense?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What are you saying, Steeler fans? What are you trying to say?
I mean,
defense has only been a part of culture in Pittsburgh for decades, right? It's so
That's
alarming to
living.
see the way they're.
It's a good statement win, and to win at home too. I mean, we haven't really got a lot of home wins this year asides the Browns. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Good win for the Steelers. And let's talk a little bit about the trade deadline because that just ended today. Very quiet. It wasn't the biggest trade deadline we've seen. Sauce Gardner going to the Colts for 2 first rounders. Um, and you're waiting all day for the Steelers to trade for a wide receiver, whether it was Jacoby Myers. I mean, there was a lot of names being thrown out there. And Jacoby Myers eventually did go to the Jaguars for a fourth and a fifth rounder. I mean, Omar Khan, yeah, I know you could do that. Like we have so many picks this year. I think that we could have got out and got Jacoby. Rashid Shaheed being traded to the Seahawks, that also sucked. I wanted Shaheed. He was a really good vertical threat. And I was kind of counting down the minutes towards the end, and I was like, are we gonna make a trade? And we ended up not making a trade, which if Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, if they feel confident in this offense, then so be it. But uh, it was a little bit iffy with our wide receiver position, especially in the Colts game. I mean, your leading wide receiver, DK Metcalf, he had two catches for like 16 yards. I mean, you just can't have that out of your wide receiver one. I mean, he had the drop in the end zone, the drop early in the game, and I think Calvin Austin, he's really good. He's always a safety blanket. You don't see a lot of drops out of him besides that Packers game last week, but I really thought Roman Wilson was going to step up. I mean, he stepped up against the Packers last week, caught that deep ball early on, but not a step in the right direction for Roman Wilson as we had like 4 minutes left trying to burn out some clock, and he got the first down and ended up jumping. So I mean, he got that fumble pretty costly. I don't know if you guys saw Ben Skoranek curse at him during that, but hopefully Roman can take a step in the right direction. But I mean, there's also some good signs. We got Marquez Valdez Scantling, and I think he'll be pretty good. I mean, Rogers says a lot of good things about him. But I mean, I wanted another target. I mean, you can never have too many targets when you're trying to go all in for the Super Bowl. And if our mentality was all in, I feel like we should have got one of those guys, whether it was Rashid Shaheed, um, Jacoby Myers, and even Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley was another good option. But yeah, that's basically all I have for today. I'll probably jump on here in the next few days, go over a little of a game preview for the Chargers Sunday Night Football. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.